Welcome back. What a week it was for the Iowa Hawkeyes. 7 days ago, topping Penn State, they had a field storming, moving up to number 2 in the nation. And the reward? A date with Purdue. Jeff Brom and the Boilermakers, they've had Iowa's number, winning 3 of the last 4 in this series coming into the day. This setup was a perfect storm for a letdown game. Hawkeyes swarming the field here. Took about 12 minutes for points to actually be put on the scoreboard. It's Aidan O'Connell tucking, running. 7-0 Purdue leads. Second quarter now. After a couple of missed field goals, Iowa goes marching down the field using that run game. Tyler Goodson takes the handoff, finds a hole, makes a move, picks up 32. This was not done enough today. He finished with 12 carries, 68 yards on the day. That's a bit concerning. IKM punching it in from a couple yards out. This ties the ballgame up at 7 apiece. But just before half, Purdue answers. O'Connell to TJ Sheffield. 3-yard pitch and catch. Purdue up a TD at half. Second half of this one, Iowa could not find an answer for David Bell. He hauls in this touchdown pass right here. Finished with 240 yards, 11 catches, that score. Spencer Petras, meanwhile, having a forgettable fourth quarter. One of his 4 INTs coming your way right here. Not a pretty game for the Hawkeyes. Could not find their offense. Iowa falls 24-7. Petras less than stellar, but his O-line did not help much at all. David Bell, massive day, as I mentioned. Purdue now winners of 4 of their last 5 against Iowa. Colin Cahill was in Iowa City today and has more from Kinnick.
John, it was just a long day for the Hawks on both sides of the ball. On offense, the O-line gives up 4 sacks on the day. Spencer Petras never looked comfortable and threw 4 interceptions. While on defense, I think some of these players might have some nightmares about David Bell over the next few days. Bell finished the day with 11 receptions for 240 yards receiving. In his career, he has 37 receptions and 558 yards of receiving against Phil Parker's defense. But today, it just boiled down to something that we haven't said about this Iowa team this whole season.
He's just a very unique player and very productive. I don't know if we've ever, I'm sure I've been around guys that got 200-plus yards receiving, but I can't remember it. He had as good a day as I can remember us facing. For our football team, it's the first time we've had to deal with a loss in a while, so we'll get a lesson in that.
I think top to bottom, I need to play a lot better, as does the other 10 guys on the field. We all need to do better.
The players that were out there, we didn't execute as well as we would have liked. Whether or not Riley was out there or not, they played well, and we just weren't able to, perform the way we wanted to do it.
Some tough lessons to learn after this loss, but Iowa does control its path to the Big Ten title game. And after talking with some players and coaches, this is a much-needed week off before they get to reset and take on Wisconsin. Reporting in Iowa City, Colin Cahill, Local 5 Sports. We are Iowa.
And Minnesota actually the front runner right now for the Big Ten West. If Iowa wants to go win the Floyd of Rosedale, well, they're going to have to figure that offense out. And, of course, they've got Wisconsin first on Halloween weekend.